Didn't we have another? Oh, the other hubcap's up front. All right. I'm gonna put that up front
I
too.
want to show you something here.
Okay, here. I'll hold it.
If you got a truck with a Bud wheel on it,
Yeah.
those are Bud left-hand threaded nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Does that look familiar?
Yes, it does. I have a few of those trucks.
Okay, you can have these.
Awesome.
That was when we had our 5-ton Bud conversion.
Okay.
There's an extra one of these.
Yeah, might need that. What's that down there?
It's a short one if I can get a hold of it. It's an unfinished one.
Oh, that's the stock that you made them out of, huh?
Yeah, just bar stock.
Yep. Wow.
Sort of layered.
You took it all the way down and put the threads on it and everything, huh? Wow.
That's what they did.
That is pretty cool. Thank you.
An intake manifold, an exhaust manifold, and a carburetor out back.
All right, we'll get those. Those are his. We'll get those next trip. All right, Bob?
Okay.
We're gonna come back in about 2 weeks. I think just getting the truck loaded and gone will be good here. I got some more money for you.
Keep that good and stay alive.
I'll know in a second. I'm just gonna put a strap over it, Bob.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yep.
Hey, I just thought of something else that might be.
What's that, Bob?
Causing some trouble. Some of these bolts, you know, they don't sit up perfectly. Sometimes I've been able to knock those corners off of a file.
Okay.
So that's something
I'll use my little angle grinder and with a scuff wheel on there.
you just take a few thousandths off and that's all you'll have to take.
Okay, I'll do that.
But something I never got done.
I will do that, sir.
You want it under the fender?
Just on the lip of the fender, honey. I won't cinch it down super tight.
Those straps are pretty nice, huh?
Yeah, they are. Oh, yes. Yeah, I want to try to get the hook on it in the center. That'll keep the hood closed, Bob.
I think so.
What are you doing under there, honey? It looks like the truck's eating you. What are you doing there?
This.
That's fine right there, honey. We'll just put the hook through both of those. Thank you. Now, I don't think it's going to fit between the trailer fenders. Yeah. We'll just keep an eye on it, but we're probably going to be going for trying to get the outer dually wheel right here on that. We'll see. Okay, go ahead. Will it reach?
So close, like one more inch. How's your back?
It's getting better, but still.
It's on.
Thank you, honey.
Ways to go then.
Yeah, like this time of day is usually when I'm thinking about my recliner, calling it quits. Just wind up with so much extra to do every day that you don't really think about. Ready? We'll get the slack out and then we'll let you get in position. Okay?
Do I need to steer?
Yes. And you're going to need to steer over that way initially. Ready? Oh, are you kidding me? Just hold that for a sec. I might have to adjust that other ramp a little bit. It's got to go a little farther. I got hung up on that bolt right there. I need a big flat blade screwdriver. Yeah, it can still go up a little farther. We don't want to drive it home like that. That'll work. Awesome. Thank you. I gotta close this a little bit, honey. It's gonna pop and make a big bang sound, but don't worry, all right? You'll be all right.
Looks like it's gonna hold.
All right, that's all we needed. Thank you. That's it. You can come out now, honey. We're good. Thank you. Appreciate your help. No. Yeah.
So you just need these tips. Just need to be
just the
fine.
corners knocked off from them.
Gotcha.
Do that with a file or a little bitty grinder. Just a very small amount. They're just sticking up too far, and I can see they left marks on the hub.
Mm-hmm.
And I threw some heavy emery cloth in the back of the truck here.
Okay.
And now we got oil on there. Have to take the oil, clean that oil off in order to run the emery cloth around on it.
Okay. All right.
I should have done this before. A lot of things I never get done.
There's always way too much to do.
Not enough time.
Go look at what we have to come back for.
What?
That's the engine block on the thing and all stuff for the truck that he's been going through his stuff and gathering up. I think it'll be a lot better if we can come back with an empty trailer in the truck, because we can put the engine block and the transmissions on the trailer.
Yeah.
And put all the little stuff in the truck.
Good idea.
Well, it's because I'm here so late that I'm having this good idea, but it will be easier that way.
Go, go, go.
Yeah.
I hope our weather holds out.
You got enough light there?
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna make it.
I'm gonna bring some out if you need it.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right. Thank you, though, Bob.
When you knock the corners off of those bolt heads, you can taper them a little bit, and that'll make a guide to make that start in easier.
Yeah. Yeah, bevel them on the top.
Yeah, I never thought of that before.
Well, you certainly thought about making it fit tight. Can't really fault you on that.
Well, it's hung up. It's hung up on the corners of those bolts.
Yeah.
Because I can see the marks they made in the.
Yeah, they left an impression, didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you old thing. Going to the classic truck ranch. All right, I'm gonna finish paying you.
Put a new fluid coupling in there.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, isn't it?
I left that out so you can see.
Yeah.
There was a lot of loose metal in there clattering around
Yeah,
too.
I bet. Some of that's just barely hanging on there. Was that from drag racing, Bob? Were you out drag racing?
No, not exactly.
Just pulling stumps out and things like that.
Here's the other half that goes with this one. I finally found the nut for it this morning.
Has it got a big O-ring that goes in there and seals that up?
Yeah, there is. It's all sealed so they don't leak all over the place.
Yeah. What do you think caused that hole in the top of the piston?
The valve head.
Oh, yeah.
See, it swallowed a valve first,
Oh,
and then drove.
snacked on it for a while.
The valve got out of place, and the piston came and drove it right through the head of it.
He drove it on 5 cylinders with a hole in the
You
piston.
told me, and pulled the tow truck.
Yeah,
You towed the tow truck.
Wrecker couldn't drag it up the driveway.
So he pushed the wrecker up.
The camshaft that's going in there is right behind you there. On the
Right there?
floor in that box.
Yeah.
Those loads are almost like brand new on
Yeah. I was looking at some videos about the 270 and 302 GMC 6-cylinders. I guess they're just indestructible pretty much.
that. The Army truck sure proved it.
Yeah.
I drove one of them thousands of miles. It works on a lot of
While you were in the service?
Yeah, I was in the war 2.5 years over in Germany.
But you were driving GMC trucks while you were in the war?
Well, I was a sergeant mechanic,
Oh.
so every time I worked on any of that equipment, I road tested it.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times I got assigned to details to go out and do something. I remember hauling 7 tons of ammunition on one of them.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's a lot of ammo.
And they were supposed to send 2 trucks, one to haul the howitzer that was still there. It never showed up, so I told them we're not waiting for that. It's never going to come. So hook your howitzer on behind and I'll drag that down to Salzburg.
So you took the gun and the ammo?
That shouldn't have been any load. Heck, we hauled that on our big Ford farm truck. We hauled 6 and 7 tons of potatoes on that thing all the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, where'd Gail get off to? She off looking for the paperwork or waiting for you
Come on
to...
in the house.
Okay. This is Gail, one of Bob's daughters, and she's going to read some of the things that he wrote about his experiences when he was in World War II.
So this one, I haven't proofread it, but this one's a little story we call Dent in the Helmet. He says, we got into Camp Roberts.
Dent in the helmet?
Dent in the Helmet.
Okay.
We got into Camp Roberts to start our basic training. We had a little blank of a corporal who thought he was God, and he pushed people around and got everybody mad at him. But he learned real quick in the Army, just shut up and take it. You'll do better than trying to fight it. Anyhow, to make things interesting, we had 2 old moonshiners from Arkansas. They admitted being moonshiners and they were proud of it. Anyhow, they weren't stupid. They were just not educated, and this corporal took advantage of this, and he treated them unmercifully. He picked on them all the time. Well, anyhow, one day we were having target practice, and one of our moonshiners was on the telephone line of the firing line. The other one was down in the pits where he operated the targets. The pits down there had a concrete wall for safety, and live fire was going on right over your head, but you were out of the way. But our corporal stood on a bench that was along the wall there. You're not supposed to do that if you've got any brains at all. You'd sit down there and operate the targets when your turn came. Anyhow, he was standing on that bench, and just about an inch of his helmet stuck up over the concrete wall. Well, one of our moonshiners on the wall noticed, and he mentioned this to his buddy on the other end of the phone. Pretty quick, a stray carbine round hit his steel helmet just about the concrete and put a big dent in it, knocked it down around his ears. Of course, there was an inquiry afterwards that concluded that a stray round from the firing line caused the dent in the helmet, but he knew what caused the dent, and so did all the rest of us. He was a much better corporal after that.
Yeah, he got the message.
Anyway, it's just, it's full of that, and it goes on clear to after he went overseas.
Okay.
So it's great. And then we found all of these letters. This one is from him, October 1944, from Oklahoma. It started while he was still working at the shipyards in Bremerton.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the letters started, and they ended about the time he came home in 1946.
So you're saying that book is full of letters that he wrote the whole time while he was in the Army?
I have 5 books.
Wow.
You really need to,
They're all
to do
transcribed.
something with that.
Wow.
They're all transcribed. They're letters from cousins, uncles, friends, his parents. Most of them are from him home, that his mother sent.
Oh, but there's letters to him from home too?
Yes.
Oh,
to
how
him
neat.
from home. Lots of
Wow.
letters that his brother wrote home, and vice versa. And so there's over 200 of these letters, and they're just fabulous history.
That's
I
cool.
would be willing to bet there's not too many people that have that, you know?
They're pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, this book I have to finish proofreading them, but they're all transcribed, and all the rest of them are transcribed and ready to do something with. So.
Awesome. Bob,
That's
I'm gonna ask my viewers, when I make a little movie of us loading the truck up, I'm gonna ask them if they have any questions for you, and then I'm gonna make a little list. And when we come back, I'll try to get here a lot earlier. I'll make sure I don't have anything else planned that day.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah, and we'll sit down and ask you some of the questions that these people send in.
And I could tell you a few little things about the truck.
Yeah, absolutely. I sure appreciate you being patient and selling it to me, and it's in a good home. All right.
Really glad to meet you people.
That was an honor
Very
to meet you,
nice
sir.
meeting
Thank you
you.
very much for your service.
absolutely.
We do appreciate it. We don't just, those aren't just words. You went out and you and your generation went over there to save the whole world, and we know that.
Taught the German Army a few lessons.
Yeah, and you made, you know what? Everybody in the world loved America when you guys came home. Everybody loved America. Because you did go over there and save the world. They did. I've been wanting to do this since I first saw this truck. Don't get mad at me. It's an itch I gotta scratch. I know it needs to be dollied out and all of that stuff that takes 9 years. We can at least get the big stuff out of there. That's more gooder for that one. All right, there would be good. And then this one was bugging me bad. Yeah. It's coming out. that's good for now. That did make a big difference. Whew. Yeah, she's a little less misshapen. That was the best location for the truck to get that job done. Hey, you haven't seen, yeah, you saw this one when it was in Felony Flats. It was in Southeast. Anyways, glad to have this on. What do you think, Anna? You've seen this one before, but you didn't really get a chance to go over it real good, huh? Glad to have this home. I'm going to do a video on this guy right here. And we still have to go back and see Bob, and we're always gonna have to go back and see Bob. That's just the way that works. Anyways, what do you think? Isn't it beautiful? It is. Come on. Oh, this door's hard. That's right. Come on, let's go the other way. Dad's only got one hand, but this is one of the cool features of this truck, that it is a dually. And I'll show you what goes into that. We'll get that hub on there on the other side over here. I've got all the tools that Bob made, and he showed me what everything's for, and we'll just do what Bob said, and we'll get that other hub on there, and we'll get a dually on this side too. But Anna, come on. Come on, thing. Go ahead. Go ahead. You know how to get up. There you go. There you go. She just needs a little help sometime. This one's pretty nice. I think you've been in here before. We just brought all the stuff home with it. Anyway, I'm going to use all these cool tools and all of that stuff that Bob made, and I'm going to put this over here so I can put another wheel on there. And the canopy is probably going to go somewhere else, and I already told Bob about that. Just not for me, but I'm glad that it was on there taking care of things. And also, cool feature on this truck, big window cab, but roll down big window cab. Yeah. Come on, honey, Dad's got to get this thing unloaded. Let's go, good girl. We'll be back.
door's really rusty.
Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen.
Now make it happen though.